Well, we'll give them a head start in the parade line. They give them a big cheer as they go round. Right about Edward. Gone into those little side cars. They'll go round now. And we have in them Mason and Buddy Ross. And Brody's here as well. Their cars 17146 and 119. Replicas of some of the cars that have constructed their stuff at Onchan Raceway during the 2021 campaign. I'm pleased to give a fourth round of applause as they come past for one final parade run this year. In the junior on, we have 825 here to here. 118, Harry Merriweather. 119, Jake here. 800, Macaulay here. Number 58, Rio Football. Number 26, Shannon Moore. Number 33, Shane Anderson. 111, Sam Crackle. Car 113 is Stockcars Wave. Give us a wavy wavy. Number 46. His trophy is Steve Luton. 36. 34 is Jamie Dale. Number 19. Number 24, once again, for the English set. He's back for one final time this afternoon this year. 24 is Lee Jordan. Number 20 is all the drivers and the spectators.
You have to do that, Steve. Come on, let's do that.
Well, the first race of the day is the Whites and Yellows, the most inexperienced of the drivers we've had throughout the 2021 campaign. And they're contesting it over 8 laps will be 113 Saoirse Wade, 800 Macaulay Tier, who leads the way in the standings in the Whites and Yellows, 111 Sam Cracknell, and 118 a bit further back with the yellow top is Harry Merriweather. So just the 4 of them involved. We'll hopefully see more of them in the junior odds proper as that gets going throughout the afternoon. And just the 8 laps for these 4 drivers to contend with in the opener of this final meeting of the season. windy, somewhat gloomy day here in Onchan in the Isle of Man. Let's see the whites and yellows in action then for the final time this campaign as we await the green flag, which does drop. And who will make the brightest of the starts? Many eyes will be on Macaulay Tier in car 800. Going wide is 111 Sam Cracknell, and that's allowing 118 Harry Merriweather just to close the gap between those two. Leading early on is 113 Saoirse Wade, but for how much longer? Because Macaulay Tier, setting the standard throughout the season, is looking to go round her early on, but Wadey holding her own so far. But he left it late in the whites and yellows 7 days ago in these Sunday afternoon race meetings at Onchan Raceway. It's been very much Macaulay Tier on top of the pile. But it's so far so good for Saoirse Wade, who will be very wary of the fact that Macaulay Tier is lurking in the background and is just waiting to pounce on any errors that she may make. The racing line just blocking off any route that Tier may have of getting round her at that stage, going round turns 1 and 2 there as they go on to that back straight. They're having to get round 111 Sam Cracknell as well, which just adds another dimension to it. But another lap goes by, and it's another lap in which Saoirse Wade is in the lead. But the gap isn't a particularly healthy one. And it looks as if Macaulay Tier again just building up a head of steam going around those final 2 bends. They're having to get round Harry Merriweather this time, but with 3 laps to go, it's still Wade narrowly ahead of 800. Macaulay Tier is making his move on the inside here. They're going toe to toe. It's still Saoirse Wade in the lead. She's had to go out wide. She's forced out wide, and there's a little minor collision there. No malice involved from Tier's perspective, but 113 Saoirse Wade, who was in the lead, just being forced out wide on turn 3 and ended up clattering into the safety fencing. Medical official just makes sure that she is okay. She's had to drop out of the race. It means that it's now really a formality that 800 Macaulay Tier will pick up the opening checkered flag of the afternoon. It's Harry Merriweather in second now, with Sam Cracknell, who's still involved, in third. But here comes the checkered flag. The first win of the afternoon. It goes to Macaulay Tier. And what a season he has had. And you do wonder if he can have a repeat performance of 7 days ago, in which he won all 5 races that he was involved in, equaling a record set by Rio Osborne in the junior odds in car 58. And we'll see him a bit later on as well. He was involved in the parade lap. He got 5 wins. But it's Macaulay Tier in red hot form. And he's been loving his time here at Niverton Stadium this season, and he'll go around once again to soak up the atmosphere and the applause of this Onchan Raceway crowd, because your race winner in the whites and yellows is number 800 Macaulay Tier. Confirmation, your race winner, 800 Macaulay Tier. To this Bangers race, is that right? The Bangers out on the track then for the first time in action this afternoon. A little precursor perhaps to what's to come later with the Demolition Derby. It will be over 10 laps this, as they try and take each other out, all in the name of sport, and clatter into each other at almighty speeds. And it is the just married Gemma Fade, which I need to get used to calling her, who's in pole position early doors, but 171, Ryan Edmonds closing in on her, and perhaps eyeing some early contact as 24 Lee Jordan just gives Nick Collister a nudge into his side and turns him right round and gains a place up the order. 179, Halligan Bunce moves into the centre ground. He's going to concede that space to Lee Jordan. It's still Gemma Fade in the lead ahead of Ryan Edmonds, and she's just managed to get away from Edmonds, just grow a bit of that gap between first and second place, although it is a bit nip and tuck at the moment, with Edmonds coming back strongly here. Fade now has her sights on 666. Nick Collister, the victim of a bruising 24 Lee Jordan turn early on. And here comes Lee Jordan once more. This time he's going to have a little nibble at 171. Ryan Edmonds, is he? Crisis averted for Edmonds as he sees some space on the inside and feels there's no need to make any contact with him whatsoever, and moves into second place now. It is a 1-2 of Gemma Fade and Lee Jordan in car 24 as 179. Jordan Halligan Bunce loses a bit of power there again, just cutting the corner going into the centre ground, and allows Nick Collister on by. I don't think that's the end of his race. I think we may see him rejoin the action quite soon, but it is still 23 Gemma Fade who is out in front ahead of 24 Lee Jordan, although Jordan has spotted some space. It's quite a wide line from Fade, and indeed there comes 24 Lee Jordan, ruining the honeymoon period for Gemma Fade there. It is now 24 Lee Jordan in the lead, and he has looked threatening from the outset of this first Bangers race of the afternoon. 24 Lee Jordan now out in front and stretching that lead as he goes on to that back straight. He can spot Nick Collister again. Is it going to be a case of deja vu for those pair? Lee Jordan very much the aggressor, and finally 666 Nick Collister, this time shunting the back end of Ryan Edmonds. And Lee Jordan once again is a pretty much carbon copy, except this time there's no spin from Nick Collister. And 171 Ryan Edmonds ahead of 24 Lee Jordan on the track, but it is Jordan who leads, and he's got 1 lap to go. 1 lap standing between him and the checkered flag. 23 Gemma Fade now having to deal with 171 Ryan Edmonds in front of her on the back straight, but it's not going to make a blind bit of difference whether she gets past him or not, because claiming the opening win of the Bangers this afternoon is Lee Jordan, and he'll be hoping to start as he'll continue throughout the afternoon. 23 Gemma Fade, who had the lead for considerable parts of that race, finishing up in second place. Well, there are a few early exchanges there between a couple of these drivers, but that is incredibly tame in terms of what we've got to come over the course of the next few hours. But holding the checkered flag aloft as the sun shines through the trees, it's shining down on that man in car 24, your race winner, Lee Jordan. So who are you collecting money for?
It's for Simone, man.
Can I just read the bucket? Oh. And you're from the police youth scheme?
Yeah.
And oh, can I just? I'll read that.
So we're raising money for her. She's got 2 brain tumours.
I don't have to say that word, do I?
No, you don't have to say that. Just say
it's
brain
like
tumours.
it's brain tumours, so it's a condition where she like when she grows up she gets brain tumours in her head, and they have to like
Confirmation, your race winner 24, Lee Jordan. Which kick-started the afternoon, a race in which 800 Macaulay Tier was the winner. That's after 113 Saoirse Wade was leading for vast periods of that race, but she was forced out wide, and the collision with that safety fencing means, I think, that she is having a few problems with the car and hasn't been able to get out for this race, which is a shame, but we do still have 111 Sam Cracknell, Harry Merriweather in car 118. 41 for the first time in racing action today is Nicole Astle-Burt. 26 Shannon Moore. 58 is Rio Osborne, then comes 119 TJ Tier, who had a blistering start to his season before being moved further back. And he's still been in contention a lot of the time, which is testament to the ability of that young driver. 33 is Shane Ellison, and at the back to start off with of this 10-lap contest is 825 Kean Pearce, racing for the first time in junior odds today, and it is Macaulay Tier who will assume the early lead. And it's important for the other drivers out there just to keep him in check, because if he gets away from them, well, history tells us it's very difficult for him to rein in. And there's contact there between Shannon Moore and 58 Rio Osborne as they went round turn 3. And that is a nightmare start for 58 Rio Osborne. You can see part of his car just lining the approach to turn 4. It's a very good start though from 41 Nicole Astle-Burt. Burst of speed from her down that back straight has put her into second place early doors. 26 Shannon Moore, who was involved in that collision. There's only slight contact with 58 Rio Osborne. She is in third place at the moment, but that position is under threat from TJ Tier in car 119 in the orange, who's gaining a bit of momentum going round turn 4, taking a wide line. Hasn't been able to get past 26 Shannon Moore, so he'll maintain fourth place for now. And here comes the cavalry, because 33 Shane Ellison and 825 Kean Pearce are on their way to join the party as well. 119 Tier still trying everything to get past 26 Shannon Moore. It's a brilliant line she's holding though, and that's making life very, very tricky for TJ Tier. And this is just the battle for the top 3 at the moment. 41 Astle-Burt, although leading the trio of cars who have just passed Sam Cracknell, are some way off the pace, which is being set at the moment by 800 Macaulay Tier, already a winner today, and he looks on course at the moment to make it 2 wins from as many races. And here comes 119 TJ Tier once again trying to round 26 Shannon Moore. Has he got the gas this time? He has got the staying power to move into the top 3, up the order into third. Is he going to stop there, or is he going to try and overtake 41 Astle-Burt and move into second place and make it a Tier 1-2, which is something we've got quite used to over recent weeks here at Onchan Raceway. There really isn't much time left, and it looks like 800 Macaulay Tier is just so far out in front, he cannot be caught. Tier in car 119, Macaulay's brother, has moved into second place now, but he's about half a lap behind his brother, and he's playing catch up. And it looks like it's just going to be too much for him to do with 1 lap to go. He is in cruise control once again. He's so far out in front. He can just stroll to the finish line now. TJ Tier is in second. It's still 41 Nicole Astle-Burt in third, but trailing in the wake of that man who's got his second win of the afternoon, his first in the junior odds. TJ Tier in second, 41 Astle-Burt in third. But it's the white roof of Macaulay Tier. Once again, on top of the bunch, he'll get a little thumbs up from his brother TJ there. Again, he's running close a few races this season. Didn't really trouble him there. The driver of car 800, not even breaking sweat there. Streets ahead of the competition out there on the track. And he's got to get used to this, because he'll be having plenty more success in the years to come. But for the second time today, your race winner, number 800, Macaulay Tier. Confirmation, your race winner, 800, Macaulay Tier. Ten more laps to come. This time it's in the production rods. And what a season it's been for Steve Luton. It is for the Dagger of Honour as well, the final of 3 meetings in which that's been contested. And also out there, 98 at the front, Jordan Doherty, Reese Brown and Jamie Dale in cars 36 and 34 respectively. 538 is Ian Neal, 88 Callum Tilley, 46 is Steve Luton. Rolling there, 538. Races this afternoon. Back where we started then. 77 at the back is Robert Hooper, who I failed to mention before. 538 Ian Neal's overturned car put paid to the first race start in the production rods this afternoon. It's Jordan Doherty in the multicoloured 98, which leads the way ahead of 36 Reese Brown at the moment. Jamie Dale, who's had a very impressive season, is in third at the moment, but very early on. 46 Steve Luton has moved not just ahead of 77 Robert Hooper, but also of Callum Tilley in car 88 as well. And he's showing no signs of slowing down, spotting that space again. There's a bit of contact as they go round turn 3. Could be a bit of a problem corner there. Nothing too serious this time for 34 Jamie Dale. But it's a warning sign. There's plenty at stake this afternoon. The Dagger of Honour is up for grabs. It's on the line here in the production rods. And Steve Luton had a bit of a disastrous first meeting in the Dagger of Honour this year, crashing out in the first race. He did his chances of winning a Dagger of Honour, the power of good, 7 days ago. He's aiming to follow that up this time around. The gone ahead, there is a yellow flag being waved. And that's with 36 Reese Brown in the lead ahead of Steve Luton in car 46. Those yellow flags are waving as we try and work out why. I think there may be something on the track, and mark a tyre there on the approach to turn 4. Reese Brown, and can any of the other drivers out there prevent Steve Luton from getting yet another win here at Onchan Raceway? We're at the business end of race 1 in the production rods. We've had a complete restart. We've had yellow flags. We've had the lead change hands a number of times. 98 Jordan Doherty did have the lead, if you can cast your eyes back to the early parts of this race. Well, with just a couple of laps remaining, you get the impression 46 Steve Luton is going to just increase the stranglehold he has on this year's Dagger of Honor with another race win, although it's not all tied up here. 98 Jordan Doherty and 88 Callum Tilley looking to finish strongly. Tilley's just moved ahead of Dale. Can he get round 98 Jordan Doherty? The checkered flag is being readied. And Tilley just building up a head of steam here. Is there to be a late twist in the tail? Or will it be another victory for Safety Steve, who does indeed cross the line first? It's an excellent finish from Callum Tilley in car 88. Jordan Doherty in third. And 36, Reese Brown finishing a lot further down the order than he had hoped and had looked like doing before those yellow flags came out to clear a tyre out of the racing line of these drivers. It just lined the track there on turn 4. There was an earlier incident between Luton and 34 Jamie Dale. That didn't cause too many problems, I don't think, for either driver, and that was after the race had been restarted. It had it all in that race, but when all is said and done, there's only one winner, and that's the man in car 46. Please give it up for your race winner, Steve Luter. Confirmation, your race winner, 46, Steve Luton. Back by popular demand. It's a full-on sprint around the Onchan Raceway track. We have Mason Ross in car 171. 46 is Buddy Ross. 825, I think, maybe Macaulay Tim. Cracknell. And 119 is Brody Tier. And it's Brody Tier who seems to have the early momentum in the lead. Give them a huge cheer as they go around, because they are going to be absolutely shattered by the end of this. It's a 15-lapper. Make sure you've got some energy drinks at the ready, although I think it's a bit of a relay. And this is with 119 out in front, ahead of 46. And all hell's breaking loose here. It's all confusion, but it's still 119 in front, although 46 seems to have a new lease of life. It's as if they've changed engine halfway through this race. This is too close to call. And I think there's a bit of foul play. And 46 has overtaken 119, and it is going to be 46. I think that is Buddy Ross. And give a big cheer for 111 as they cross the line. And we could be waiting a while for 825 here. But it's determined not to be a DNF. And 825 somehow has managed to cram himself into that diddy little car. How he's going to get out, I don't know. But we think that's a win for 46, although we do await the results of a drugs test. Big applause then for 46. I think that is Buddy Ross in car 46. And his runner will be a little aggrieved that he's not getting more of the plaudits.
Is Mark Brew.
Right, so not Grant Kelly.
And he's meant to be 19, not 18.
Should I just say 18? Mark Brew. Oh. The return of the heavyweights to the track then, the bangers back out there. And this afternoon we have 23 Gemma Fade, 18 is Mark Brew, 171 is Ryan Edmonds, 666 the number of the beast, the number of Nick Collister, and 24 is Lee Jordan. And perhaps just trying to get their eye in before the end of season, Demolition Derby, which will be the culmination of this race meeting and this season. Brew just drifting wide there, and that's prevented a collision with 171 Ryan Edmonds, although he has dropped back into third place as a result as the handbrakes go on round turn 1 there. Onto the back straight they go. There's a bit of a gap between all of them at the moment, but there comes 24 Lee Jordan running into the back of 666. Nick Collister not once but twice, and it's unrelenting as he tries to bully him into the safety fencing, and he's not giving in. His persistence, much to the frustration and the detriment of 666. Nick Collister's chances of getting up the order. You can smell the rubber of the tyres there. And 23 Gemma Moore moves into the centre field. And Collister again being used as a battering ram here. And if their cars weren't black and blue beforehand, they certainly will be after this. It's a punishing effort from 24 Lee Jordan, who eventually gets the spin that he was looking for. It's taken him a couple of laps, but he's got his just rewards, although he's way behind 18 Mark Brew and 171 Ryan Edmonds, who is in the lead on the track there. He's being followed by Brew. Just trying to cut the gap between the two cars, and here he comes as Edmonds slows to go around the corners, although 18 Mark Brew just taking too fine a line, clips a marker tyre, and that stopped him. As the oohs and ahs echo round, he's got the turn there of 171 Ryan Edmonds, and that slowed him right down though. Here comes Nick Collister, who's at the back of the pack. And he moves out of the way of Mark Brew. And 24 Lee Jordan, well, he's going to enjoy this because every one of his rivals out there on the track is just watching on as a spectator. A few of them facing the complete wrong direction. There looks to be a bit of life in the car of 18 Mark Brew, but it looks to be a car on its last legs. And 24 Lee Jordan will triumph here. He's got the bragging rights. He's got 2 wins from 2, because it's going to be a remarkable feat if he doesn't end up winning this race. And here he comes. Well, it's routine victory. He's got 1 lap, a procession really. He'll be doing another one in a few moments' time, his victory lap. But 24 Lee Jordan makes it 2 wins from 2, and he won't have a more comfortable race this afternoon. Well, he he had his feet up for the final couple of laps there. He knew he was on to a winner. 24, Lee Jordan with 2 wins from as many races. He's looking in good form. We're hoping to carry that on through the afternoon as the applause rings out. Please give a big cheer as he goes round your race winner number 24, Lee Jordan. Confirmation, your race winner 24, Lee Jordan. Number 800, Macaulay Tier, eyeing up 8 consecutive wins. Following on from the clean sweep he got 7 days ago, he's got 2 from 2 this afternoon. Tasked with trying to stop him, 111 Sam Cracknell. Harry Merriweather in car 118, or H-Bomb, as he's known in these parts. 41, Nicole Astelbert. 58 is Rio Osborne. 26, Shannon Moore. TJ Tier, brother of Macaulay in car 119, and 33 is Shane Ellison. At the back is 825 Kian Pears. And we get the green flag to signal the start of racing once again in the junior rods. It's a good start from 33 Shane Ellison there, just getting ahead of TJ Tier and Rio Osborne. Stuck behind 26 Shannon Moore though, and had to apply the brakes, which allows 119 TJ Tier just to close the gap. And then there is an early collision there. The yellow flags are out. And 33 Shane Ellison was just crushed into the safety fencing there. Second complete restart of the afternoon. Then we have one in the production rods and the junior rods. Well, anything the pro rods can do, the juniors like to think they can do better. And it looks like 26 Shannon Moore and 33 Shane Ellison both out of this next race then, which is a massive shame. And we hope to see them again before the afternoon is up. And that does free up a little bit of space out there on the track. That could be pleasing news for the likes of TJ Tier, Kian Pears, who are at the back at the moment to start off with. But the task remains the same, and that is stop 800 Macaulay Tier. It's a really good start from 58 Rio Osborne. He's made the most of the complete restart. He's moved into second. He's now just behind 800 Macaulay Tier. But he has competition behind him with 4. And in turn, she has 825 Kian Pears, who's just looking to up the pressure there and try and force a wide line or a mistake from Astelbert so that she does drop back and he moves up the order. Yet to see the best of. Cheers. pace and precision around this Onchan Raceway track. All of them, though, trail 800 Macaulay Tier. The closest is Rio Osborne. And he'll know there's an opportunity here because Tier may be held up by TJ 118 Harry Merriweather and Sam Cracknell. And if Osborne is wise about this, then he could be within touching distance of getting round the traffic out there on the track. Did 800 Tier, and Osborne follows suit as well. It is still a top four of Macaulay Tier, Rio Osborne, Kean Pierce and Nicole Astelbert. On that front it hasn't changed, although that gap has just ever so slightly narrowed. On 58, Rio Osborne will be hoping his experience will be the difference here. Another year on Macaulay Tier in terms of his racing experience. He's closing in on him now, and Tier will be very aware. What can he do to force the mistake, to force the error? He's very much forcing the issue. Every question that Osborne is asking, Macaulay Tier has a response to. He's got 2 more laps to hold out, with Rio Osborne very much breathing down his neck, but there's no space left. Making for what could be an electrifying finish to race 2 of the junior rods this afternoon. 111, Sam Cracknell's in the way here. It's going to be a 1-lap shootout. Macaulay, Rio Osborne, who's your money on? Where will the final twist in this junior rods race lie? Is there space on the inside? I think there was contact. There's a little wobble from 800 Macaulay Tier, but he's going to hold firm. And it's agony for 58 Rio Osborne, who did everything he could, but there was just no passing Macaulay Tier, and his rampant form continues. He'll breathe a massive sigh of relief. I think there was slight contact going round turn 3. Perhaps Osborne spotted a bit of space that wasn't really there in his determination to get round 800 Macaulay Tier. It made for an enthralling race, and there was a final wobble around the final bend for Macaulay Tier, but he managed to hold firm, cross the line and get the job done. Your race winner for the 3rd time today, 800 Macaulay Tier. Confirmation, your race winner, 800 Macaulay Tier. More production rods for you now. Steve Luton stamping his authority on proceedings with his first racing appearance of the afternoon last time around. Can he build on that? Or will the likes of Callum Tilley, who finished very strongly in the last race, go one better than a second place finish this time around and pip him to the post? It's not as easy as it sounds. 538 Ian Neal hasn't made it back out after his car flipped, overturned, and ended up on its Well, it flipped right around actually to Ian Neal's car during that incident, forcing a complete restart last time around. Here we have the 36 Reece Brown on the outside of 98 Jordan Doherty, and he moves clear of Doherty, and you can see there very early on 46 Steve Luton is proving and demonstrating just why he has been the man to be this term. He just seems to keep on going, and it's a credit to him, but he maintains that motivation which keeps him right up there with every single race that he's part of. And it's 36 Reece Brown now who has to contend with that pressure, and it's very difficult to protect first place. And 46 Steve Luton again showing just how powerful and quick he is, because he's taking the longer route around the outside. He's still not got there. A commendable effort at the moment from Reece Brown in car 36. But how long can he hold out? Well, there's your answer. Luton has got his nose in front. A bit further back, we see 88 Callum Tilley's moved into third ahead of 98 Jordan Doherty. And where does the competition come from here on in then? 36 Reece Brown just dropping a bit further back. It'll be interesting to see how he responds as 34 Jamie Dale comes down on the inside, going round turn 3 to move into fourth place on the track. She'll be hoping now to catch up with 88 Callum Tilley, who did build up some really good speed towards the back end of the last race. He put her into second place. Remember, the dagger of honour is on the line here for 46 Luton, showing absolutely no weakness to his game here. 77 Robert Hooper, meanwhile, he drops out. His car not looking too good. It looks like he's a retirement there then, 77 Robert Hooper. Still no change, it's still a top 4 that's led by Steve Luton. And once again, another race victory. And the list of his wins here at Onchan Raceway growing ever longer with each meeting that goes by. 36 Reece Brown settles for second, 88 Tilley this time in third, so he's one down on his last result. 34 Jamie Dale in fourth, but it's all about that man once again. He's just been so dominant over the last 6 or 7 months. And he's got one goal in mind, and that's to top the pile, which he does so often, so brilliantly. Show your appreciation for your race winner, number 46, Steve Luton.
Yeah. So I'm sitting over there, but where were you with Matt Zero? Right here.
Confirmation, your race winner, 46, Steve Luton. Depleted stock, it seems, in the bangers. Just an 8-lapper to come your way now then. 24 Lee Jordan's got 2 from 2 this afternoon. We also have out there 171 Ryan Edmonds and the just married Gemma Moore / Gemma Fade. And we'll throw up fireworks to the bangers. They certainly will by the close of play today, but with just the 3 of them out there, it makes things just a little bit harder. These drivers, these cars, they've been there and done it, all having success in certain parts of their stock car racing careers here at Onchan Raceway. It's 23 Gemma Fade who is leading in the early stages of this particular contest. 171 Ryan Edmonds is in second. But you can just see 24 Lee Jordan has got Edmonds in his sights, and you do feel there is a collision on the horizon. It could come very, very shortly as they go round turn 3, turn 4, and the gap again just shrinking. No collision though. Edmonds drifts wide and allows 24 Jordan to pass. This time though, it's 23 Gemma Fade who will be on his hit list. Just an 8-lapper, so they have to get the business done in next to no time. And if you're not quick about it, the laps just fly by, and before you know it, you're playing catch up. It is still 23 Fade who leads. There's been no change in that regard from lap 1. And we're coming towards the closing stages of this one. And 24 Lee Jordan, who's been in second for quite some time. He's been biding his time. He's just been chipping away at the lead held by Gemma Fade. And now it looks like this is the perfect moment to strike, and he does find some space on that inside line, and Jordan moves into the lead ahead of Fade with just 1 lap to go. Will Fade respond, or has time elapsed? And is this race run? It very much looks like it is, and Jordan gets a hat-trick at the first attempt. Well, it wasn't easy. It was hard work at times just to catch up with Gemma Fade, but he did just that, and when he overtook, it left little time for any sort of response. Attention turns to the juniors once again as we edge ever closer to the end of season Demolition Derby. We've had a taste of what's to come. No Shane Ellison for this next junior odds race, and he'll be a big loss to the racing. From back to front then, 825 Kean Piers, TJ Tier in car 119, 58 and 26, that's Rio Osborne and Shannon Moore. 41 is Nicole Astelbert. And then comes the white and yellows, 118, Harry Merriweather. 111 is Sam Cracknell. And the Simply Sublime, as he has been for the last 3, 4, 5, 6 race meetings, 800 Macaulay Tier. And that train just doesn't want to stop. And he's got the early lead. Nicole Astelbert is making inroads here to try and get round Sam Cracknell. Cluster of cars led by 26 Shannon Moore. And the job and trick here is just to not let Macaulay Tier get so far in front that you can't catch him. It's easier said than done, that's for sure, because if it were easy, then those drivers would have probably worked out how to do it by now. They have to dig deep and fall back on that experience that they've got over Macaulay Tier. 58 Rio Osborne came within a whisker, but even he couldn't get past Macaulay Tier when he did indeed catch up with him. 41 Astelbert still sitting in second. Just doesn't seem to have the power that 800 Tier does. She's not careful, she could be overtaken here, because 825 Kean Piers goes round 58 Osborne. They're onto that back straight. He now faces competition back from Osborne, but Osborne's behind Shannon Moore, and that should allow 825 Cian Pearce to maybe get past 26. Shannon Moore is just blocking off both routes, the inside and the outside. There's no space for them to work with there. So Moore remains in third. Any one of those drivers from those 5 cars from third onwards will be wondering just what they have to do to be in contention to win one of these junior odds races. Once again, it looks like it's going. And once again, leading from start to finish. He's only been in second place this afternoon, and that's only very early on before he gets himself into pole position. Aside from that, he's led right from the get-go. And once again, it doesn't look like there's going to be any change. 825 Pearce has dropped back behind 58 Rio Osborne. That battle on for 4th place at the moment. It's where all the action could be provided. No drama out in front because he's just... and it's waving once again for him. Another checkered flag for that young driver. 41 Astelbert in second place, and I think 26 Shannon Moore by an inch or so getting into third at the finish there. For the younger drivers, starting with the Window Wizard Junior Rods, and the meeting trophies in third place overall, number 825, Cian Pearce. In second place overall in the junior odds this afternoon, number 41, Nicole Astelbert. But your overall winner again with a flawless performance and claiming this year's junior odds Sword of State, which will be presented to him by last year's winner, Cian Pearce. For your overall winner, number 800, Macaulay Tier. Whites and Yellows Points Championship. Yeah. On to the Chemical Services Whites and Yellows Points Championship for 2021. In third place overall on 54 points, 111, Sam Cracknell. It's H-Bomb Harry Merriweather. But the overall winner of the Whites and Yellows, what a day for him on 104 points, 11 clear of his nearest rival, number 800, Macaulay Tier. Girls. In the Girls' Championship in third place overall, 113, Saoirse Wade. In second place, number 41, Nicole Astelbert. But the girls' winner for 2021, number 26, Shannon Moore. In the Window Wizard Junior Odd Points Championship this season, in third place overall on 254 points, number 33, Shane Ellison.
Oh God, don't say he's not here as well.
In second place on 278 points, number 825, Kian Pearce. But breaking the 300-point barrier and topping the pile for 2021, your overall points winner in the Junior Odd Championship, number 119, TJ Tier. And the Mini Stocks Model Trophy will be presented to TJ Tier by last year's points champion, Kian Pearce.
The friction rods is Mike's Motors race.
Yeah.
Please. And is he?
Yeah, we'll do. And this is the presentation of the Junior Odd Sort of State, again by last year's winner, Kian Pearce, this time to 800 Macaulay Tier.
Bigger than him.
And just one final award for the junior rods, and that is for best presented car in 2021. A lot of time and effort goes in to the cars, and there are some fantastic vehicles on show, but this year it was voted that 118 Harry Merriweather has the best presented junior rod, and rebuilt as well to the same spec as his first car. And let's hear it for Lee Merriweather as well.
Just mentioned that's a total rebuild, that car.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was the crash, wasn't it?
And that is a total rebuild after quite a severe crash that Harry was involved in. So brilliant effort from Team Merriweather there to get the car in good shape. The production rods to get back out there. Who's 26? And it looks like a debut appearance in the production rods for 26 Shannon Moore. And how we'll see there against the likes of 34 Jamie Dale, 98 Jordan Doherty gets an early lead. We've also got 36 Reese Brown out there, 88 Callum Tilley, 53 Ian Neal's back out, which is great to see. And 46, very much the man of the moment, Steve Luton in the production rods. Doherty facing pressure in the early exchanges from 26 Shannon Moore. Well, she's learned her trade in the juniors. It's a different kettle of fish when you're dealing with more experience. But it looks like really bad problems for 36. Reese Brown, plumes of smoke just pouring from his car. And as he just settles from that, where does that leave us? It still leaves us with 98 Jordan Doherty in the lead. 26 Shannon Moore desperately trying to do all she can to try and get around him and hold, even if it is for a brief moment, a lead in a production rods race. But it's Steve Luton coming on strong round the outside, and he doesn't need to think twice. He just seizes that opportunity with both hands and moves into the lead, and it's seamless, and it's safety Steve Luton once again who assumes control and is in the box seat. And how do the others respond to this? Reese Brown is out of proceedings. He's not moved since we saw all that smoke coming from his car. 26 Shannon Moore has fallen back into third from being second earlier on, still trailing 98 Jordan Doherty. That's been the case for quite some time, but now the squeeze is on because there's 5 cars all battling it out, you would imagine, for second place, because it does seem as if the result of this race is not in any doubt whatsoever. They've got a couple of laps remaining. 26 Shannon Moore now making a move, trying to overtake Doherty on that outside. You've got 88 Callum Tilley, who's behind Doherty, not allowing him any moment to drop off that pace. There's no space to go around him. Steve Luton, meanwhile, is going to come round the final couple of bends. He will pick up the race win, never in doubt. But how's it going to play out? A bit further back with Jordan Doherty, who's in second. 88 Callum Tilley at the moment in third, but where will 26 Shannon Moore finish up? Well, fair play to Jordan Doherty. It was a backs to the wall job for him. Well, I think he's earned the right to show off a little bit. He's been superb. This afternoon's meeting sponsored by Jack Spar in the Mike's Motors production rods. Mike's Motors, who've sponsored us throughout the season, your local #1 car, van and motorhome dealer. You can reach them at mikesmotors.im or by telephone on 823 200. But in third place overall in the production rods this afternoon, number 98, Jordan Doherty. Runner-up today, number 88, Callum Tilley. My head hurts. No, you're all right. But your overall winner, number 46, Steve Luton. Moving on to the overall points championship for the Mike's Motors production rods of 2021. In third, number 88, Callum Tilley. In second place on 309 points, number 358, Mark Hargreaves. For more than 150 points out in front on 473. What a season it has been for the driver of car number 46. Your overall champion in the Mike's Motors production rods, Steve Luton.
No, just Steve.
And the success keeps on coming because the production rod Dagger of Honor champion for 2021 battling back from a nightmare start in meeting one. But he does top the podium. It's number 46, Steve Luton. This year's newcomer of the year in the production rods goes to number 88, Callum Tilley.
Best presented car.
The production rod best presented car of this year goes to the sky blue and yellow combo of number 34, Jamie Dale. Don't go anywhere because your 2021 Lady Driver of the Year, Jamie Dale. I said don't go anywhere because your Mike Booth Challenge Trophy winner for 2021, Jamie Dale. This year's Jack and Marjorie Whitehead Marshall's Trophy will be coming shortly. The A&J Quality Butchers Basic Bangers, the overall meeting trophies in third place today, number 171, Ryan Edmonds.
Too cliche that.
In second place overall today, married yesterday, runner-up today, it's 23, Gemma Moore-Fade. For your overall winner today, number 24, Lee Jordan. The Basic Banger Points Championship for 2021 was incredibly close. Just 11 points separating the top three drivers, with 131 in third place overall, number 179, Jordan Halligan-Bunce. 3 points up on Jordan in second place this year, the runner-up in the points championship for the Bangers, number 24, Lee Jordan.
your flowers before? You know how we did your flowers before? Yeah, we're going to redo that, alright. So just as a surprise.
Okay.
I missed the memo, you know how I bought them.
Alright.
Which means your overall winner in the bangers this year on 142 points. Give it up for 666, Nick Collister.
I don't hate flowers.
Well, I'm not exactly my own.
I know. The gesture's appreciated.
Give them to you, don't. Palm them off.
Right, I'll say this is for me leaving. Yeah.
The bangers newcomer of the year for 2021, 980, Jamie Exon.
I'm doing it in the order I've got here.
Let me just take a video of that.
As we move on to the Sword of State champion, and this year it goes to number 24, Lee Jordan. And there's always drama when they're out on the track, so this next award goes for the biggest entertainer of the year, and this year that goes to 666, Nick Collister.
I agree with that. Where are we up to? Well, we know it's me. My maiden
Move on to Role of the Year, and there have been a few in 2021, but this year the winner is Macaulay Tier. And now it's the Jack and Marjorie Whitehead Marshall's Trophy for 2021, and everybody who works here puts in a lot of time and effort, but this year the award goes to Gary Whitehead.
She's about to kick that girl in the head.
going to my mum. Not now. I don't know when. That's going to my mum, and then I'll do it. Because I pay for them. I don't mind.
Okay. You just tell me when.
Don't worry, Chris, I'm not taking over.
Yes, you are. Oh, thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
I'm sorry, but I'll have to do this. Stay there one last time. Oh, 3 of us.
What are we doing? Shall I help this in the middle?
Yeah. It's alright. Thank you.